You know that moment when you look in the mirror and you think, my skin is doing its own thing. Again, that used to be me almost every morning. Stubborn eyelid creases here, crepey skin there, and texture that seemed to worsen overnight. I guess that's the joys of being in your mid-40s. Now, over the last 5 years, I've pretty much tried everything. There's been retinol, peptides, extensive serums, PRP, even Botox, which, by the way, I don't have anymore. And then 8 months ago, I started using this, the Calecim Professional Serum with PTT-6. What happened next? It isn't hype. It's real, measurable, and honestly, kind of mind-blowing. So in this video, I'm breaking it down for you with the 10 ways that PTT-6 transformed my skin and exactly why and how it works. And before that one person wheels out that very tired, this video is an ad response. Nuh-uh. This video isn't an ad, it's not sponsored. It really is just that the Calecim PTT-6 is that good that I just can't stop sharing it because I'm not a gatekeeper. I freaking love this, I wouldn't be without it, and I know exactly what it's capable of. Why would I keep that to myself? So, let's do this. Okay, first up, the hooding and bags around my eyes. Now, the eye area has always been my biggest frustration and is often one of the main areas of concern for most people when it comes to the aging face. For me, it was subtle hooding, crepiness, and slight puffiness. Nothing drastic, but noticeable enough to make me self-conscious every morning. Now, PTT-6 addresses this at a cellular level, and because it's focusing on the foundations of the skin, you get results that are far superior to any superficial changes. Its exosomes act like tiny mail carriers, delivering growth factors and instructions directly to fibroblasts, and they tell the cells to ramp up collagen and elastin production, as well as calming any microinflammation. Then over the weeks, the dermis starts to thicken, lifting the skin subtly. The results? Firmer, less puffy eyes, and tighter, less crepey eyelids. The skin isn't just temporarily hydrated, it's structurally stronger and visibly younger. And that's significant. Why? Because the eyes are one of the first places that people notice aging. So rebuilding this area really does make a real visual difference, and it also restores some of that inner confidence that kind of ebbs away as you get a little bit older. Numero dos. Dynamic and static wrinkles. Forehead lines, crow's feet, and frown lines. It's no secret that I used to treat them with Botox. But Botox only paralyzes muscle. It doesn't improve skin quality, texture, or tone. And it most definitely doesn't increase the levels of collagen available in your skin. Now, I've been telling people that for years when they throw at you that your skin looks plumper because you've had Botox. No, that's not how Botox works. Botox works by preventing those dynamic wrinkles which are caused by muscle movement. So when you raise your forehead, you get the lines across your forehead. When you squint, you get your lines around your eyes. Basically, there are lines and wrinkles that deepen with movement as you get older, and by paralyzing those muscles that are in those areas or regions where movement creates these dynamic lines and wrinkles, what it does is it allows them to not develop any further. But here's something that I didn't think I'd hear myself saying anytime soon. Since I started using the Calecim Professional Serum, I've actually ditched the Botox completely. And I've not done that because PTT-6 works in the same way, because it doesn't. This works differently. Essentially, the growth factors and cytokines in this serum activate fibroblasts, stimulating collagen and elastin production. And then you've got the exosomes, which deliver instructions directly into the cells, while anti-inflammatory cytokines prevent that collagen breakdown. But what does that actually translate to? Well, over the following months, both the dynamic wrinkles, which, as I said, are the ones that you see when you move your face, and the static lines and wrinkles, which are the ones that stay behind even when your face is at rest, they soften noticeably. And for me, this meant smoother skin without the needles, and the science is simple. Rebuild the support matrix, reduce chronic inflammation, and lines naturally become less pronounced. And personally, I feel that that structural improvement is far more sustainable than anything that just masks a line temporarily. And I'm not saying that Botox is redundant, because it's not. It just means that I no longer personally feel like I need to use it, because I'm getting results that I prefer with the PTT-6. And I'm going to get this one out there right now. Just because I stopped the Botox does not mean that I'm going to be overly animated. Like I've said a million times before, I'm British. I don't need to contort my face into comical expressions to get my point out there. I prefer to get myself across with education, with science, and with facts. And while I can absolutely be overly animated, it's not going to happen. 3. Telangiectasias, also known as those facial spider veins. So anyone who has been with me for more than a hot minute will know that I have been battling spider veins. Those tiny red vessels, scientifically known as telangiectasia. for decades. And unfortunately, when the dermis thins with age, they stand out way more. PTT-6 helps by thickening and strengthening the dermis. Exosomes deliver repair instructions to those fibroblasts, encouraging collagen and elastin production, especially around those more visible vessels. Cytokines like TGF-beta and IL-10, they calm microinflammation, stabilising capillaries and reducing vascular visibility. In fact, PTT-6 offers a natural alternative to retinol by utilising these growth factors and proteins to restore skin function without the irritation. And what's more is that it's clinically shown to improve epidermal thickness by up to 600%. Over weeks, the vessels fade from prominence because the surrounding tissue is denser and healthier. For me, this means that my complexion looks more even and less vascular. The change is subtle but meaningful, and it's not just cosmetic. It's structural support that improves skin resilience and appearance over time. And I'm not going to say no to that. Number 4. Redness and a ruddy complexion. Now, I've always had a ruddy complexion. Genetics, stress, heat, and minor irritation used to leave my skin flushed and uneven. Not forgetting to mention the fact that I have vascular rosacea, which loves to leave my skin looking all blotchy. Now, PTT-6 addresses this at a cellular level. Anti-inflammatory cytokines signal immune cells to calm down, while growth factors help to repair damaged dermal tissue. Now, exosomes deliver these signals straight into fibroblasts and keratinocytes. The result? Reduced baseline redness and a calmer, more even skin tone. The skin feels more resilient, tolerates environmental stress better, and looks healthier overall. And for me, that meant that I no longer needed to compensate with colour correcting products. My skin simply looked naturally balanced, and I'm totally here for it. Numero 5. Plumper, healthier skin overall. Now, this is the change that people comment on the most. My skin now has density and bounce that I haven't really had since my late 20s. Essentially, the exosomes inside the PTT-6 serum signal fibroblasts to produce collagen type 1 and type 3, and elastin, while anti-inflammatory cytokines reduce the activity of destructive enzymes like MMPs. This translates to, over the months, the dermis thickening, giving skin a plump, resilient feel. The science matters because this isn't surface hydration, it's structural remodeling. And my friends literally noticed that my skin looks firmer and healthier, and this is the kind of change that actually lasts because it rebuilds the support network underneath the skin instead of just superficially. Number 6. The jowls. Okay, so lower face softening is inevitable. And over the last couple of years, I've started noticing slight jowling along my jawline. Now, PTT-6 stimulates collagen production in the lower dermis. The exosomes deliver repair instructions, cytokines modulate inflammation, and fibroblasts, well, they ramp up that extracellular matrix production. And over the months, this has helped to firm my jawline and reduce the mild sagging that was most definitely trying to creep in. So, how do I know that it's not just down to one of my skin tightening devices? Well, because these enhanced changes have come after I introduced Calecim into my routine. A lot of my devices I've been using for months and years up until this point, and they have most definitely created changes in my skin that I never really thought were going to be possible with at-home skin tightening devices like radio frequency, like HIFU, like EMS, microcurrent, cold plasma. Yeah, it's a lot. But it turns out that science and technology have evolved enough that actually we have a lot of control over the look and feel of our skin as we age. But realistically, there's only so much that a lot of skin tightening devices can do. And I guess the way to amplify the results that we get is to biohack our skin using science-backed ingredients like you find in the Calecim Professional Serum. Now, like I said, since I introduced Calecim into my routine, the slight mild jowling that I was getting along my jawline has been reversed. Important to note that the changes that I've had, they're not dramatic like surgery, but it is natural and it is structural. And this means that your skin has the support to hold its shape better, improving contour and giving a lifted appearance without invasive procedures. And I'm totally here for that. Number 7, stronger skin barrier. Now, this is a big one and something that anyone serious about skin health will appreciate. Barrier health is everything because a weak barrier means sensitivity, dryness, and overreaction to products. Now, PTT-6 works by strengthening the barrier in several ways. Growth factors promote keratinocyte proliferation and differentiation. Exosomes deliver instructions directly into the skin cells, and cytokines reduce inflammation. The outcome? Well, my skin tolerates treatments and environmental stress better, feels resilient, and reacts to fewer triggers. Now, for anyone combining this with microneedling or or other active treatments, barrier reinforcement is crucial. It's a structural improvement that makes all other skincare more effective. See, small but mighty. Number 8, skin that looks like it did in my late 20s. So 8 months in of using the Calecim PTT-6 and my skin has regained density, tone and elasticity reminiscent of my late 20s. I kid you not. And this is cumulative. You've got fibroblast activation, rebuilding collagen and elastin. There's barrier support, reducing irritation, and cytokine signaling, calming inflammation, which in essence leaves the skin looking smoother, firmer, and more uniform in tone. And like I've mentioned a couple of times, these are long-term structural improvements and not just temporary plumpness. But why does this matter? Well, it matters because the effect is not superficial. You're literally regenerating skin function and appearance simultaneously. And the results that you're seeing is not because of a plumping or hydration effect of the upper layers of the epidermis. It's all down to this getting to work in those deeper layers of the dermis, literally re-educating your skin cells to work as they did when you was back in your 20s, rewinding those visible signs of aging from the foundations up. Number 9, a simplified routine and savings. Now, it's no secret that PTT-6 has replaced almost all of my previous actives. Retinol, gone. Multiple serums, gone. My routine is now simple. I apply 2 to 3 drops of the Calecim Professional Serum under each eye, a drop or 2 on my nasolabials, on my jowl area, and on any stubborn lines on my forehead. I massage that in with my fingertips, leave it to soak in, then I'll take 2 or 3 drops, mix it into a pea-sized amount of my moisturiser. I'll apply that over the top, and I'm slowly migrating away from my usual moisturiser in favour of the Calecim Multi-Action Cream, which, let me tell you, is just as good as the Professional Serum and works in harmony to create even better results than the serum alone. But a few drops of this into your everyday moisturiser, hyaluronic acid or other gentle serums means that you get to enjoy the benefits of this delivering its PTT-6 throughout the day whilst it's sitting on your skin. And while yes, it's true that this bottle of Professional Serum is small and for a lot of people can seem pricey, I'm actually saving around about $180 each month on skincare and skip Botox. And the combination of science-backed results and simplicity makes this absolutely valuable, both in the ingredients it contains and for my more mature skin. Okay, the last one, number 10. Progressive ongoing result. Here's the final piece of the puzzle, and that is that even after 8 months, the changes continue. Fibroblasts keep producing collagen and elastin, exosomes keep delivering instructions, and the cytokines continue regulating inflammation. Even just a couple of uses per week, especially after microneedling, can produce visible results in as little as 6 weeks. While daily use, as I do, accelerates the progress and the results that you're going to experience, a few drops of this a couple of times a week are still going to get the job done, and trust me when I say that a little of this goes such a long way. The improvements from the PTT-6 in the Calecim Professional Serum is ongoing and it builds week on week, which is why I consider PTT-6 a long-term investment in skin health and not a temporary fix. Because while you're seeing those results on the upper layers of your face, on your neck, on your hands, wherever you're using this, those results are happening way deeper in the skin. My only regret with the Calecim Professional Serum and the PTT-6 is that I hadn't discovered this year sooner, because I absolutely 100% would not be without it now. And guess what? I've not been paid to say that either. Honestly, Calecim Professional Serum with PTT-6 hasn't just improved my skin, I really feel like it's rebuilt it. I'm talking firmer, plumper, calmer and stronger skin that actually keeps getting better over time. It has completely replaced multiple products in my routine, let me ditch Botox and strengthen my barrier so that my skin actually works with me and not against me. And the kicker? I can literally see and feel the difference in my skin every single day. But I'm curious, if you've tried other growth factors or peptide products and felt underwhelmed, I'd really love to hear what didn't work for you. And if you have tried the Calecim PTT-6 already, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one too. The comments are open, so feel free to get the conversation started. But for me, PTT-6, it isn't hype. This is next generation skincare that actually, in the real world, visibly delivers. And we're done. That is about it for this video. But thank you for joining me today, and I hope that your day ahead is as stunning as you are and that you have a good one. And until next time, TJ over and out.